Hope that comes out right, not backwards. Hey folks, this is OG's. This is Rich Stone, OG's Gunsmithing. Nice seeing you guys again. Hey, I appreciate it. You hanging in there, writing some comments. Like me, don't like me. I am what I am. That's it. Well, today I want to talk about vices. You notice I got two vices here. I have what they call a parrot vice, gunsmithing vice, or whatever you're gonna call it. And then here I got a big bruiser vice over here. And I got little small vices, but I just want to talk about these two. The reason is because a lot of people have these vices in their homes, and when they work on their guns or whatever, I see them like they put a towel around it, like a rag or something like that, and they wrap it around it like that, and they smash the wood, they mark the wood, they mark the metal and stuff like that. I'm going to show you things that I use all the time on guns that that'll prevent that. So let's get to it. No problem. It's non-marring. I guess it's non-marring stuff. You can make your own or whatever. We're gonna go on the parrot vice. If you ever open it up, this is fun, huh? Anyway, wood, regular wood blocks. Okay, you can use any kind of wood or anything like, but this is just plain wood. 3/4 inch plywood. Cut it out. And then you can stick it in there like that. It holds it, and then you can put whatever in there and close it. You know, it's not going to mark it. Plain wood. Here's another wood for this vise over here. You know, in case you have a parrot vise. This one here is kind of hard to do because it's got a big round centerpiece, and it's just kind of hard to sit, so you need something up. So what I did is I put 3/4 inch plywood, right? Then I put a piece of carpet on there, glued a piece of carpet on there. And that way it'll hold it. You can tell these get wore out or whatever. You glue them, you screw them in, and all that stuff. Just repair them as they go. And they're cheap. If you got carpet down on your bench like I do, just so you know you don't clang around. I know you know, customers don't like their gun throwing around and something, so I use the carpet to, you know, not mark it and stuff like that. So just regular wood and carpet, okay? See, another homemade one on the parrot vise, or on the regular vise, you can take regular brass metal. Again, you can just throw it in there like that, right? And it holds it in there, right, without marking the brass. I know some of you guys at home got some brass punches. There's no difference in brass. Just be careful. That will mark wood. It'll crush it. So just certain things will mark it. You just got to be careful. You can go online and buy certain things. You can buy like these magnetic things. They go in there and turn them around or do whatever like that. But fair, you know, these are that hard plastic, so they break real easy. So if you're gonna buy some, buy like 2 or 3 of them. And they will break, and the magnetic things come out, and they're just cheap. They're cheap, but they do work. They work very well. I got a big set. I got a small set. Matter of fact, on that, the things usually they'll come in a set. They'll come in like plastic, and then they'll have aluminum with them too. A regular aluminum, just like the brass, it doesn't really mark because it's soft, but it will hold and stuff like that. It'll hold a barrel without scratching it. Then other things, you got some soft, like spongy kind of things, and then you got real soft. I don't know what you want to call it. They're just, you know, they're jaw protector. You just throw them in there, and you know, these here really don't clamp. They'll hold it, but they won't clamp it in there, so you got to tighten anything like that. But it does hold it without scratching or whatever. And then it's like, well, GOG, I don't want to spend all my money on that stuff. I want to do this. I want to do that. You know, if you don't have any wood laying around or whatever like that. What you can do, what I do is I get these leather sheets, piece of leather, hard leather. Okay, well, not really hard leather, but you know what I'm saying, the leather sheets like this, and you can cut them to your own specifics. You know, you can cut them real small. Oops, I'm sorry about that, but you can cut like real tiny like this. This is for my milling machine. A lot of times I put like small parts that I don't want marred and stuff like that in there. So these leather sheets really work. You know, you can buy a bunch of those together. If you get a big sheet at your local store or whatever, you can go ahead and get that. And that's pretty much it. Besides that rag or whatever, you can use a rag, wrap it up, but again, you're still gonna crush it or whatever. Just don't crush it so much. Remember, to hold anything in a vise, you don't have to crank down from California to New York to tighten it up. You know, you just don't have to do that. So just enjoy, man. Take a piece of wood, throw it in there, piece of wood, get some of these. What I like about these, they have like a groove side. So like your barrel or you have a fitting, certain indentations. Say you don't have that, you just want to, and you got a smooth side too, you just turn it around the opposite way. So yeah, you can do that. Hey, to let you know, here in Kentucky, it rained last night, so now the humidity, of course, the sun coming out, the humidity's got to jump up 500 degrees. And that's why I'm sweating. It's a little warm. That's about it. And oh, another thing too, I got this right here. Got to show you. Let me show you these. These are pretty cool. These are like, they're from underneath the floor. Like this guy was getting rid of a sheet of this stuff, and what I did is I took it and because it's soft material, and I was like, and it works. It's just like a big piece of leather, but it's rubber. You can rubber it. Like I said, it's not for clamping down. You can turn anything, but to hold it, it'll work. And then you can do this, and you can take a piece of wood and you can glue it like this, right? You glue it to it, and then you can put the wood like in here like that, and it'll hold it, you know. So that's just some ideas. Whatever you can think of, I mean, whatever your mind brings you to it, you can do it. I've seen people like emery paper, put a piece of emery paper in there and do it. That's a pretty good idea. But something small, if it's you're just gonna hold it or work on it. Now a parrot vise like this, they're kind of inexpensive. They're not too bad. Like I said, you're not gonna put a barrel in there, crank it down, and undo it. You need a special tool for that. But it'll hold small items to big items, and all you're doing is holding it while you work on it. On here, I work out with my Fordham and stuff like that. So polishing trigger jobs and stuff like that I can do right here. I may do a bigger job and I need to get on here and I need a file or whatever, I'll put it on the big vise or whatever like that. As far as this anvil, I guess I straighten out a lot of punches on that. That's all I really do with that. But that's about it. But that's what I do. If they get marred up like this right here, you can take a file or a knife and scrape that off. You can see, where's that camera at? Oh, there it is. You can see that on there. There's a little, it's just shaved, but it's not gonna mark anything. But if it bothers you, whatever, go on a sander or something like that and get it down, it'll be okay. And you go down for a few. Like I said, these break real easy if you crank too hard on them. So don't freak out. What I do is I save them, especially like a thick one like this. You get a kind of a thick one like this, and you can use it as a non-marring thing against something. I do that a lot. That's why the ends are all tore up. To move a sight or something like that, where you need a good base across it, not a small. I just use that right there, a piece of wood or something. But hey, I appreciate hanging out. You notice I got new t-shirts. They're pretty cool. I like them. Let me turn around. I don't know if you see that. What we do. So that's pretty cool. They say OG's gunsmith on it thing. The summer hat. But that's about it. Enjoy it. Just try not to mark your gun and stuff like that. Just do, you know, it's all you guys a rag, roll it up. I would probably use something else. I really would. I'd probably give it a piece of leather or something like that. It's pretty easy to pick up. Or hard jean material. Hard jean material can go in there pretty good too. Anyway, hey, I'm gonna sign off and cool down a little bit, and take care. Hope I see you on YouTube. Call me, email me. Some of you guys emailed me, and you leave little comments or whatever. Appreciate it. I guess my next comment would probably be, you say a lot. I have really nothing else to say. But hey, I appreciate you guys, man. Love y'all. Y'all take care and God bless.